Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today we have an impromptu package arrival. A pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store just showed up. It's a gift for somebody, but I want to open it and check it out.
Behold, my stuff.
All right, so we've got a pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. This is a 1-to-1 prop replica, which I'm very excited about. So, the box arrived somewhat damaged. I can't say that I'm overly impressed with Big Bad's packaging. Fortunately, what's in it isn't really going to get damaged. Yeah, it's just a single wrap of bubble wrap, as I imagined. So let's pull this out and take a look at what we're dealing with here. And we remove the plastic. This is our factory entertainment 1-to-1 stunt, quote unquote, replica of the He-Man traditional power sword. Now, at first glance, I will say that this is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the packaging. So first things first, it's got that traditional blister pack style, where it says stunt replica up top, the classic Mattel Masters of the Universe with the Power Sword logo on it, the exploding red burst behind it, and then way down in the corner here, we got Factory Entertainment, their logo. On the back, fabulous secrets of power revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said,
"By the power of Grayskull." What the hell?
By the power of Grayskull. So we flip. It's got a nice Filmation He-Man on the back, even though this is not the Filmation version. And as we go through, we see we've got all the little bits and bobs. It's got a pretty good tie system here. It's a Velcro tie system. Let's check this out. So these are not just your normal twisty ties. These are Velcro, so you can actually undo these and reuse these. I kind of like these. I might keep these. I don't know if Big Bad uses these all the time, or if this is a factory entertainment thing, but most likely it's factory entertainment. So let's remove it. Let's remove it. Come on, you bastards. There it is. Now, all right. So we've got ourselves a 1-to-1 Grayskull sword. It's a single-handed sword. I can't get two hands on there. It's two-tone, so it sort of has like a gunmetal on the pommel and the hilt, which comes up the middle, but you can tell it's loosely sprayed and it bleeds onto the blade. So it's not the best paint job in the world. The end bits are stuck to the blade. Not my favorite. Overall, it's got a little bit of a flimsy on the tip. The rod doesn't make it all the way to the tip, which is fine, but it's very sturdy throughout afterwards. And it's meant to sort of whack yourself. So, well, whack somebody with it. But it's meant for LARPing, but I gotta be honest with you, if you start swinging this and hitting people or things with this, this is gonna come apart pretty quick. They come in multiple colors. So you can get this one, you can get the Faker one, and you can get the Skeletor one. Now, these are based on the original He-Man Power Swords from the action figure line. So this is from the actual action figure line. This is not the Filmation version. There have been several ones from Filmation that have been out that you can buy. I believe you could even have gotten them at Spirit Halloween at one point. They never really impressed me. There's 4 balls on the ends of the Filmation version. So this is very much built around the original design from the action figure line and the original comics, which I like. This is the OG. It, off the bat here, reminds me very much of the Disguise. So being the classic design, it does have applicability to, for cosplay, things like that. I think 90% of us who would get this would just put it on the wall. It looks really nice. It'll display really nice. You know, you just sort of have it. Yeah, catches light, looks good. You know what it is as soon as you see it. So this is a lot of fun. I don't need to repaint this really. I could go in and clean up this a little bit, but yeah, what's the point? The skinning is not bad. It's hiding some air bubbles. Couple of concerns. There's no rods in the edges here, so you could snap this really simple. Like if you hit this hard enough, I can see this ripping or tearing or causing some trouble. I can see a lot of these broken being listed online secondhand. I do like the addition of this. I think that's really good, but you can actually see there's a lot of bubbling on the back end of this. So I mean, it's a LARP sword. It's a foam fun sword. I had a coupon, so I got this for very, very little money, but I think these are retailing for like $59. No, this is not a $59 item, not remotely. You can get foam swords like this on Amazon. You can get Conan's sword, you can get Lion-O's sword, and they're like $20. So $59 for this factory? No, not at all. If it was solid plastic, maybe, but it's like a $30 item in my opinion. It's not something that should cost over $50 at all. So I do not agree it is a $50 item, but I do agree that it's really nice to finally have one. Let's take a look at how big it is compared to some of the other LARPy swords. Let's compare it to Conan the Barbarian. Conan's much longer, but thinner, and Conan's a pretty thick blade in general. So you can see kind of a very similar paint job, similar skinning. So not too bad. Let's compare it to Thundercats. This one I had to do a lot of work to because this is like a really crap third-party sword. Lion-O sword, much longer, but again, that same kind of look to it. I always kind of wanted Lion-O sword to be a little bit more like blue steel.
What's that look like?
But I never really finished this to be exactly the way I wanted it. There's still a little spike piece that needs to go here and whatnot, and I never really got it there. So, but in general, this is not too bad. So Motu fans been waiting this for a long time. I mean, as you guys know, the Factory Entertainment metal version of this is like $500. So Factory Entertainment is not great with affordability, in my opinion. They very much overprice their items. They make good items, they just don't make them affordable for people. So the people that you're trying to appeal to are really only the very wealthy or the not frugal, you know? So I think that that is something that I would like them to remedy in the future. But this is as close to an economy item as you're going to get from Factory Entertainment. So I don't see anybody picking this up and remolding it. So getting like a Taiwanese knockoff or something like that, I wouldn't hold your breath. I think this is going to be the best you can get. Yeah, I think this is, if you're an absolutely huge Motu fan, it's kind of a must-have, but you're going to hurt a little bit on the ROI, I think. I think it's going to cost you a little bit more than what you're going to get. But visually on your wall, if it's a talking piece or it's just being added to your collection, I think you'll like it. But my opinion is the sculpt and the look is 9 out of 10. The value is like 5 out of 10. It's just not, it's too flimsy for what they're charging. It's just not a $60 item. It's just not. But I very much think that if it was solid plastic, I could see it. But yeah, so in general, not too bad. And you can do all the major poses. I'm not going to do the pose, but I will cut in a brilliant Dolph Lundgren right here. No, not that. This. If anybody gets the metal one, let me know what you think of it. I haven't seen too many reviews of that either. But I did see the Skeletor, I did see the Faker, so I know that these are shipping. All of them are shipping. So, I mean, hey, I needed one. I have one. It's my childhood, big enough for me to hold in my hand. I had the Power Sword toy when I was a kid. So I am a big, big fan of the He-Man Power Sword. So I knew I wanted to get one. And like I said, this is going to a friend of mine, his kids, so they could beat on each other during the Super Bowl. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you, everybody, for checking this video out. Keep an eye out for all my future knick-knack videos, little things that are coming and going, and I have some cool stuff coming. We're also going to do a very cool Necronomicon comparison coming up in the near future, so check that out as well. And if you can't build it, buy it. If you can't buy it, build it. But if you want the best of both worlds, then do both.